First of all, to understand graphical representation of motion, we should know what is graph actually. Okay? Do you know what is graph? Do you know? Have you seen graph sheet?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is graph?
Sir, a pictorial representation of data.
Okay, very good. Good. Yeah, graphs are used for to represent the data. Yes, very good. In a pictorial format. Yes, very good. Yeah. Yeah. Any other from anyone, please? Any other comments about what is mean by graph? So graphs are used for to represent the data in a pictorial format. That's fine. But have you deal anytime with the graphs? Have you used graph for?
Yes, sir.
Acha. Okay, Sagnik, how you have used?
Sir, to represent to represent bar graph.
Oh, acha, you have used what is bar graph and all. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that bar graph, how you have used? Can you tell me example, please?
Sir, x-axis and y-axis first, we have to draw that.
Okay, very good. Good. Okay. So, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So, this is the graph sheet actually. This is the sample graph sheet. Okay. So, there will be some vertical axis. There will be some vertical axis. Okay. And there will be some horizontal axis. There will be some horizontal axis. There will be vertical axis as well as there will be horizontal axis. This horizontal axis we call it as x. We represent it as x axis. Okay, and the vertical axis we represent it as y axis. Y axis. Okay, and the other side we call it as y dash, and the other side we call it as x dash. Okay, this one x dash, y dash, and this x axis we call it as abscissa, and with this y axis we call it as ordinate. These are all mathematical terms, and this is a mathematical concept actually, graphs. Okay, x axis, mathematically, technically speaking, we call it as abscissa. Abscissa, and y axis we call it as ordinate. Okay, ordinate. Abscissa, x-axis, y-axis, ordinate. And in general, on x-axis, independent terms. On x-axis, independent quantities we take, and on y-axis we take dependent quantities. On x-axis, independent physical quantities we take, and on y-axis we take dependent quantities. Whatever I am teaching now, you will get in mathematics, that is coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry, we call it as this graphs, x-axis, y-axis, abscissa, ordinate. These are all, we call it as coordinate geometry. This comes under the mathematics concept. And on x-axis, in general, we take independent quantities. On y-axis, we take dependent quantities. Okay. And there is also something called scale. Scale. Okay. There is also something called scale. Like on x-axis, 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, we can take it as, for example, in physics we take time. The time can be in hours, in seconds. So you have to mention it. 1 unit is equal to 1 hour. So just like that. Okay. And on y-axis, one unit is equal to some 10 kilometers. Or let us take 20 kilometers because graph is very less. 20 kilometers. Very less in size, so that's why I'm taking more value. But you should mention it. Whatever it is, you have to mention it. Even if you take small values or large values, you have to mention it here. Okay. On y-axis, one unit is some 20 kilometers. Okay, distance we are taking on y-axis, and on x-axis we are taking time. Okay. It okay, beta? Scale you have to mention it compulsory. Scale you must mention. Okay. So now let us go to little bit about physics and motion chapter, how these graphs are related to this motion chapter, and how we can describe the motion. Okay. So 1 unit means what? On the x-axis. Okay. 1 unit means, see this, somehow some thicker color is there. Thicker lines are there, na? Other than this thinner lines, some thicker lines are there. Thick lines are there. Okay. And this is called 1 unit. And another second unit. And third unit. Oh. And here third unit. Fourth unit. So these are like this. Okay. And here negative x-axis -1, -2, -3, like that. And positive y-axis, like we have taken 1 unit as 20 kilometers. So up to here thicker lines 20, and here one more thicker line 40, here 60. Okay. And if you go to negative x direction, negative y direction, it will be -20, -40, -60, because 1 unit we have taken it as a 20 kilometer. 1 unit is nothing but 10 small lines combined together, and one thicker line is there. Just like in our scale also, in ruler scale, 1 mm, 2 mm, 3 mm, 4 mm, 5 mm, 6 mm, then 7, 8, 9 mm, 10 mm. The 10 mm is 1 centimeter, and the 10th line you will draw like it will be indicated a little bit longer line on the scale. In the case of graph, some 10 lines combined together, 10th line will be thicker, somehow thicker. Okay. So now coming to motion related example. As we have already discussed in one example, Sagnik was moving in 1 hour 30 kilometers. Okay. So 1 hour is the time. This is the time. Okay. And it is the distance. On x-axis time, and y-axis distance. On 1 hour, Sagnik was moving 30 kilometers. So 1 hour, and here 20, 22. Each line, there are 10 lines. Each line indicates 2 kilometers. So we have to go 5 lines more. So this thicker line is 20 kilometers.
Sir, can you please repeat? Not hear you. So there is network problem.
So here is the 20 kilometer, and there are 10 lines. 10 lines means each line indicates 2 kilometers. So 22, 24, 26, 28, and here is the 30 kilometer. Okay. So it is in between 20 and 40. The fifth line in between 20 and 40 gives you 30 kilometer. In second 1 hour, he has moved 60 kilometer. So second 1 hour and 60. He covered 60 kilometer. Total 60 kilometer. So second 1 hour and 60 kilometer. In third 1 hour, he covered some 90 kilometer. But here I cannot show you. So in this way, like that. Okay, we can draw graph. We can draw graph like this, distance and time. And this is the distance time graph of Sagnik. Because in first 1 hour he has moved 30 kilometers. In second 1 hour he has moved more 30 kilometers. That means total 60 kilometers. So in 2 hours 60 kilometers. So you have to indicate the points like this. 1 hour 30 kilometers, and 2 hours 60 kilometers, like this. Okay, you have to indicate this. If we zoom it, this line is 20 kilometer per hour, 20 kilometer, and this line is 40. So in between them, 30 kilometer line will be there. So in 1 hour, 30 kilometers, like this. And in 2 hours, 60 kilometers. So I went to here 60 kilometer, third thicker line. So like this. This is in this way you can represent the motion by graphical manner. Okay. For example, if you take like any one of the person, like Sagnik only, we have already discussed. In first 1 hour 30 kilometers, second 1 hour 60 kilometers, third 1 hour 90 kilometers, like 4 hours 120, 5 hours 150 kilometers he is moving. In an Excel sheet I'm drawing it graph. So if you see the graph like this, x-axis time and y-axis distance, so it is a straight line. For a uniform motion body, the graph is straight line. And if you take another example, in 0 hours 0 kilometer, in 1 hour 30 kilometers, in 2 hours 45 kilometers, in 3 hours 90 kilometers, in 4 hours 160 kilometers. If any person is covering, then this will be the graph. Okay, this will be the graph. So if that is a non-uniform motion actually. Okay, so now in non-uniform motion, the graph is not a straight line. The graph is not a straight line.